What's up, everybody? I'm Ty from Bullpen, a beautiful hobby shop in SoCal, and I'm here with.
I'm here, Women on Tops, Annemarie Farrell, coming from Boston right now. Not in a beautiful shop with cardboard in front of me, but in a kind of messy office. And I am here to chat about that beautiful box right now between Ty and I and the people that that bring it to us. I'm totally excited to nerd out on a Friday.
We're talking about Origins WNBA from Panini America, and we have two brand managers on with us today from Panini. We have Yasmin Soto and Bob Britton here, and we're going to get to ask them some questions about the products, about their love of women's sports, if they do in fact love women's sports, and I'm kind of excited about it. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving the time and your passion into the product. Ty, do you want to, because you're wearing the Bullpen hat, do you want to start with the first question?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so, I have some idea, having been in the card industry for a while, what you guys do at Panini as brand managers. But I think that maybe the public doesn't totally know. So I kind of want to get an idea of what brought you into brand management and what exactly your job entails in building these products. Whoever wants to start.
Well, first off, I've always been into cards. Like I've grown up around it. Was really into collecting autographs of the players first on anything, photos, jerseys. And so that brought me into the card world. And so I grew up around sports, was a huge basketball fan, and I grew up going to all the Dallas Mavericks games and everything. And then my dad got me on to the WNBA a little bit when the Dallas Wings came here. It was around 2013, I believe. It was Skylar Diggins, one of her first couple of years in the league after they left Tulsa. And so I would go to the games. And back then, as y'all know, if you've been following it for the WNBA, not a lot of people would go to the games back then. And I actually enjoyed that because I felt like closer, like there was more relation to the players and you could hear a lot of things going on in the court. So I've actually been going to the games for a long time. So with that and being in the cards, I went to school up at Oklahoma Christian University. I played baseball, and so when I graduated, as soon as I got my degree, I knew that I was interested in working in this industry, and so I tried to get on here, and I was lucky enough to do so, and I absolutely love my job. And I'm lucky enough to work on I work on WNBA, baseball, and live golf stuff. And I think WNBA is the most fun thing to work on just because there's so much growth in it right now. There's so many new ideas. Everything that's happening is exciting, and I I just love the new aspect. You never know what's going to come. Like a year ago, we knew it was going to be big, but now it's truly just blowing up, and it allows us for growth in the future, and I'm really excited for it.
Bob, something you mentioned, I think it's great you also work on boy cards, as I call them. But one question that I had, like you talked about working on baseball and golf products. Is there like any interesting like concepts or approaches you tend to have in mind making and designing and focusing WNBA products to women's sport collectors and WNBA collectors in mind that maybe is unique and not necessarily something you consider with golf and baseball?
Focusing on the different things that those collectors like looking at the WNBA collectors compared to golf or baseball, totally different. Especially like so it gives us ideas for inserts. Like the drip insert is another one that we felt like would connect with the WNBA audience. And I wouldn't put that in like baseball or golf, but it's just different audiences, and we really do focus on what each audience likes and what their focuses are, and we try to play off of that.
Awesome. Yasmin, we don't want to I want to hear your perspective, how you got to Panini, and then, maybe like what's is there an aspect that you think you wish collectors knew more about, or something maybe part of the process that you find is a bit misunderstood?
Yeah, I mean, I came to Panini a little over a year and a half ago. So I've been in product development almost a year now. I was in acquisitions at first, and then obviously with WNBA, it's kind of just obviously been a big trajectory. So I was really fortunate to just be at the right place at the right time, and just kind of be noticed, obviously, and be able to come over here. Bob handled it really well. He held it down really well. Bob is obviously very knowledgeable, and he's great. I think we work together really well. But yeah, I mean, I think probably the biggest misconception is just timelines, just the simplest things, right? So if a player changes teams, right? If you know what I was telling him with just like that question specifically that y'all sent over, it made me think of instantly when Mabry got sent to Connecticut, and we were trying to get that changed over in our system, and we got really lucky because she was in the All-Star game, and if it wasn't for that and she was in her Connecticut uniform, like right, we wouldn't have had photos of her in that. And so like it's just like stuff like that where I think maybe that's the kind of stuff that people don't realize. Because if it wasn't been for that, we wouldn't have had photos of her for what, a month, until they played again. And right, obviously that was kind of an anomaly because it was the Olympic break. But it's just little things like that. Depending on where things are at in the process of checklist and players being traded, and if we need photos or if they play or if they get hurt, it's just little things like that. I think you just never know where things are at in the timeline of where we need to get things done, because it's not just okay, cool, player got traded, we change it and it's snap of a finger, right? It's got to go through image approval. It's just got to go through a million different things before it can be changed. But I think that's probably the biggest thing.
How do you, like, I think about pairings for cards, right? Like, obviously in Origins, you look at the dual and the triple autos, which is awesome because we haven't had those in the WNBA market based on teams, right? With the exception the Maya Moore, Caitlin Clark. But in Select, you seem to take a little bit more liberties with some of those pairings, right? How do you go about determining the pairings? And also, Teresa Edwards makes an appearance in Select. And some athletes are like, how do you decide, particularly with vets? Because I know there's a lot of focus on rookies but like, how do you decide which products a player like a Teresa Edwards or a sort of like even like Teresa Edwards may not be a household name, but how do you make those decisions?
At least for the pairings, right? I think you want some college aspect to it, right? I think with the Maya Caitlin, I think that was an obvious one, right? Kind of, she says it's her favorite player.
Yeah.
You wanted to have the team one, you wanted to have some college one, you wanted to have with Select, I feel like we kind of had a little bit more fun with that one. Yeah, I think we kind of kept it. You don't want to have it so out of pocket that it didn't make any sense. But you kind of just wanted to have there had to make some sense to it, right? I can't remember everyone that we had. I don't know if you have it pulled up.
I don't have it in front of me. I mean, obviously, it's the first pairing, I think, of Stewie and Bird. That's that's a really exciting one.
And Ava Wilson and Aaliyah Boston.
Yeah,
it's
Cooper
college connections, right?
Yeah, I mean, college.
You got UConn, you got South Carolina.
Yeah, so college, Sophie, Diana, the Kate Martin, obviously Iowa. So yeah, I think we went a little bit
That's
more
gonna be a huge
college.
card.
We were
The
really
Caitlin
excited
Kate
about that
Martin.
one.
I,
Yeah,
I don't collect any Caitlin, but I kind of want that one.
Are they doing each other's hair on the card?
Oh
Are
God.
they I mean, I'm just like, are they having a combative game of Monopoly on that card? I mean, I can think of, I would love it. A whole insert set of just Martin and Caitlin Clark doing mundane things. Like, can you call up TJ Maxx? Can you have a drip TJ? I mean, I would. I'm just spitballing here. There's,
I hope
there's a
this makes
reason
the
I do
edit
what I
now.
do and you do what you do. So,
We should keep that in mind for next year.
well,
Yeah.
Martin.
Bob's
have
actually
your
writing notes, just so you know.
have
You
yeah
can't see
have your
him.
people call my people. So I'm just
Okay.
saying here. So there you go.
Yeah. I love the drip parallel, the insert in Origins last year and this year.
Ty, can I freestyle really quickly because I think there's a question that needs to be asked. We're friends here.
Oh boy. We're
We're
all
hard
friends here.
hitting.
There you go.
There is one probably
Cut this out.
omission in the drip set. Someone who
Oh,
probably has been more fashion forward than anyone in the WNBA game.
right.
Can you
I
take
already
us
know.
through the decision not to include Ellie in the drip series, even as an SP? I'm gonna be honest, like, were you worried about her overshadowing the rookie class?
I've been telling Bob we got to get Ellie.
You guys gotta.
Yes, but if we put her in it this year, then everyone would only want that one card because that would be the best card by far. Everyone would be going for Ellie. I think Yasmin tells me at least 2 or 3 times a week, we got to get Ellie in. We got to get Ellie in.
You have to. I mean, no, seriously. I mean, if there was a color blast Ellie, it would go for more than Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin, yeah. I don't want. I'm tired of living in a world where Caitlin has 892 cards in an Iowa jersey and Ellie has nothing. How about the Muppet elephant visibility? I mean, I didn't. I wasn't. My heart said that. My head didn't. It had to be said.
So we have Origins came out on Wednesday, and we did some breaks with our break co-host Morgan Murphy, and we had a great time. We did some player breaks, some team breaks. We hit a triple auto of Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and that WNBA Rookie of the Year. God, what's her name? So, Caitlin Clark. Thank you. Sorry, that was that was a tough one. But of all the and we have Select coming out next, and then Prism at towards the end of the year, hopefully December still maybe for Prism. Of all
Monopoly.
what kind of was your favorite to work on, and what's like your favorite insert or thing that you guys did this year?
I think I'm just going first because I'm going to steal Bob's answer that he stole from me first. I think I think Select was probably. I mean, honestly, all of them were really fun to work on this year. Obviously, Select was a lot of fun to work on this year just because of the different inserts, parallels, all of that. It was just fun to put together and choose what we were putting in there, and just kind of see it come to life, especially with the FOTL for the first time. Honestly, the draft night cards was really fun to put together this year, just because that was the first time we saw that come together, and then just kind of see what it did. I don't think we anticipated for it to do what it did. Yeah, so that was fun. And then the sneaker spotlight, that one was fun. Just to implement the shoe game coming to life, especially with so many of these athletes getting their own shoes. And right, there was only 5 this year, and then I know moving forward there's going to be so many more, so that's going to be a lot of fun, I know, moving forward, as well. So I know those were a couple of my favorite just to choose from right off the bat.
Yep, mine. Well, I think we both agree on the draft night signatures and Select. I think that was a mutual favorite between us, but I really like the courtside action signature design in Select that's coming out. It's like a 2 image autograph card. Probably my favorite overall, just basic design. But my favorite insert that we put together, the idea was the origin story design. I like that one just because we knew that there was going to be like a lot of new eyes on WNBA this year that maybe hadn't been in the past, and so I felt like it was a tribute to the WNBA in the past and things that have happened. So if new people are opening that card, they can see, well, Skylar Diggins actually started with the Tulsa Shock and how it's grown. And maybe that team's not here anymore, and they'll see it and they're like, oh, I've never heard of the Tulsa Shock, but there is more than there's a history in the WNBA, and so that one was my favorite. And you got to see players when they were younger and compared to just who they are now. Like I know the one of my favorite cards like that showed truly like how they've grown was the Courtney Vandersloot draft signatures card in Select. It's just crazy how she's changed over the years, and you can just see it. She's holding up the Sky jersey, and so those are my three favorites probably: the draft selections and origin story and courtside action.
That's awesome. I'm so excited about Select even more now. I'm just chomping at the bit. Having now the success of WNBA growing with, the introduction of Caitlin Clark into the league, gotta say her name, right? And do you think there's going to be maybe more product offerings in the future with these fantastic draft class coming out year after year after year? I mean, we have, Paige to look forward to. We have Juju to look forward to down the line. Do you think with the, you guys added a product this year that's the first year with 3 products, I think, for WNBA. Do you
You
think
verbally committed today to an entire series on Ellie. So like, yeah, considering all of this, like what's the
Eminence Ellie.
yeah, the Ellie collection. What yeah, like how do you like what's your plans to continue to grow the market?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely something that obviously we're investing in these athletes long term, right? Like we have 2 exclusives now, so obviously it's something that we're working on in long term, right? Obviously we're investing long term, and that comes with the products as well, along with them as well. So I feel like that shows that we are committed to the game and to the league in general. I at least hope that shows that in some type of capacity, right? Um, there obviously is a lot that the collectors don't see, but I hope that it shows in our work and the products that we're putting out, that we're trying to give the collectors what they want. And hopefully from this conversation, you see that, we ourselves are collectors as well, right? We see what's being said. We collect as well, right? We're fans, we're collectors. We like the players, we like the teams as well. So we, I don't know, I guess I can say we are committed to growing this space just as much as we can be.
Yeah, it's a category that has a lot of growth. So, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we want to get to that ceiling and go through it, right? Like as much as we can.
Yeah.
So since we're 4 collectors, I don't want to like say the obvious, but since we're 4 geeky cardboard collectors, Ty, can you please open that box?
Yeah, I
like you're
can. Look,
taunting
this
me
is
with
actually
it.
live on my.
Yeah, I am.
I can.
I'm just. I mean.
Let's
Yes,
take
the
a
Bob are
look.
interesting and whatnot, but
Let's take a look at all
I
this
want to. I
hard
want to
work
see. I want
over
to see
here.
what we're gonna hit here.
Well, since you're opening it, Annemarie, I wanted to say something really quick. So my wife and I were watching the live the other night.
Uh-oh.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm going to say
Nope.
it now. So you went on mute and your profile picture popped up.
I look
and
like a
she
tool.
was
I know.
like, no, no, no. She was like, she looks really familiar. And I was like, I
Uh-oh.
don't know why. I don't, And so she went to Ithaca.
Oh, cool.
She played softball there.
Oh, great.
And yeah, so she recognized you. So she knew you from there. And I
Oh,
was like,
awesome. Well, have her contact me. Does she collect cards too?
She
I'm
does. She's not as much of a degenerate as maybe all of us, but
I got some
she does.
softball cards. All right, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about this.
Burger.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's a Clark. Got here. See, Ty's the breaker. I'm just the one that
Brianna Jones.
Jones. Okay, there's a little Maddie.
49, 6 of 49.
I do like the splitting image. Sydney Colson and her Muppet need a splitting image. I like that one.
Oh, nice Euphoria swoops. That is
Oh, Euphoria swoops
29
there.
to 49.
Can't go wrong with swoops.
What's y'all's favorite insert?
We have a
I like
Haley Jones.
all right, Haley Jones.
There
Haley
you
It
go.
Jones.
wasn't Jordan, Canada, so we didn't get to make it.
I do like the sneaker insert. I'm like, I have like I have the budget of folks born before 2001. So, that's mine, but the people have a lot of feelings about the neon. I kind of like the neon. It looks different. All right, all right, Natasha Howard, who is underrated. I actually have right over here. I have the Natasha Howard Nike swoosh from last year.
Oh, nice.
She's
Oh, wow.
totally underrated. I do like the neon green with the wings colors.
Are you guys Wings fans?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I'm a Wings fan. Yeah, we went to a lot of the games this year.
Yeah,
It was a tough year for us.
really tough.
It was a tough year in
It was
LA,
depressing.
but I'm a Liberty fan, luckily. So
No.
For a little less than 9,789 days, though.
what do we got?
Not that I'm counting. All right, what do we got?
I think we have a patch auto.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
You
We did not plan this.
Let's go.
I am so glad I bought this box. I am so glad I bought this box. Holy mackerel. We did. Everyone is going to think it's a plant. You realize this. Everyone is going to think this was a
I
plant.
literally just grabbed a box off the break table.
Literally.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, you guys!
That's a pretty good one.
It's decent.
What are we doing?
It's a decent
here?
box.
You know,
Ty, this is just what happens with
These look
Bullpen.
great, by the way.
This is just what happens. This is why I buy a lot of boxes like that box from Ty, because Bullpen just, here's the thing. Bullpen, it's not like it's Ty summons it, right? Like that's a nice card.
I might need her to open my boxes in the future.
The blank slate Caitlin for someone on the break night. That was good. And then we hit the triple, which was.
Is it exhausting, Ty, to just pull so much fire? Like, are you sunburnt right now? See, like
Yeah, I do not have that luck.
It's
like
more
in soccer, like
having 2 children, honestly, but also pulling heat, sure.
at this point as a soccer collector, I can only afford like unattractive defenders who tweet homophobic and racist things. That's it right now. That's basically what I can do. So, but it's usually they're not going out of style. So that's fine.
You're going out of style.
It's just a day with Annemarie and Tai at Bullpen. So
yeah, we've kept it real mild for you guys. We did talk about how we're all, kind of degenerates, except for maybe Bob. No,
I'm up there.
Did I say that? I feel like I was.
Yeah. Oh, you did. That was nice of you. But you guys have like a favorite card in your PC or a player that you PC? Specifically, maybe in the W would be helpful to this particular.
Yeah, I have a lot of players among just different sports. For the W, I really like Jackie Young, and so I have a lot of her 2019 Donruss Optic parallels. I still need to pick up a gold one, but she's probably my favorite player to watch and my favorite player throughout the entire league.
I pretty much collect all Dallas players. And then outside of that, I collect Kelsey Plum.
so hard to dislike Kelsey Plum. I just love her, but I don't want to like her. It's the same problem with the Lynx, right? Like if the Liberty wasn't in it against any other team, I'd be rooting for the Lynx.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Right? Like the
Yeah.
Lynx aren't a team you can really dislike.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I mean,
agree
as
with
long
that.
as they don't have Skylar Diggins-Smith on their team, then I'm fine with it. So
Not a fan.
you've seen my. I know I'm not. I'm not an anti-fan though. I am always supporting women.
So
Yeah,
who
I just
do
like to
who-
support less annoying women. So
Yasmin,
What-
if you're comfortable, our boxes are hot here at Bullpen. I know you've had some experience with that.
I have. I bought a 23 Prism hobby box and pulled a 1 of 1. Kalani Brown. Had good luck this past summer.
This past summer, yeah.
Ty once hit me a statistically improbable amount of Lauren Jackson base cards out of the 2023 product.
I mean,
Statistically improbable. I think it was a case meant for Australia, but that's okay. That was
just Australia by way of Los Angeles. It's a good time.
I think it makes sense. Well, this has been so fun.
Yeah.
This will not be the day that Ty pulled me a Caitlin Clark patchwork. This will be the day that I met Bob for the first time and basically decided that he hates all elephants. And that is what will linger on forever.
Next time we do this, I'll make sure I'm wearing an Ellie shirt or something.
Oh,
Show my support.
You just can't do like elephant skin parallel if Ellie's in the set.
That's a good
I'm glad
point.
we did not do that
would
this
be-
year.
In select retail, is there an elephant parallel? Because there isn't in the men's select.
Panini loves their animal prints.
They do. They do.
I think Panini loves animal prints more than annoying Long Island mothers. And annoying Long Island mothers love their animal print. 100%.
They're very collectible, and you know what? Collectors love them. So
Love them.
love them.
Love them.
Love them.
This was fun. We should do this more often. We should just lunch, right? We
Like,
should just
please no.
Yeah, they're like, no, this is like the last time I will ever speak to you. Well, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with Ty and I. Ty and I spend a lot of time not talking to people. So this is
Y'all are
this-
probably staying on
Can
this
you
call
tell?
after we leave, aren't you?
yeah, we're just gonna So I'm looking still at that card, but thank you so much. Ty,
Yes,
any
thank you for
last
having
words
us.
from the bullpen, Ty?
Select is coming out next week.
Next week,
still?
right?
Next
Next
week.
week.
Select is coming out next week. We will be opening it. We will be enjoying it. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see the things you guys have brought to the WNBA Select that's not in the MNBA Select. And yeah, there you go. See what I did there? Yeah, no, I'm just really stoked. It's it's my favorite product in my favorite, my favorite brand and my favorites of the sports that you guys produce. So I'm excited. Annemarie's excited.
This is my excited face. Yes, this is awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
No
you
problem.
guys.
Appreciate you having us on.
Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Bye.